A raft of comedians recently went to Saudi Arabia to do a comedy show. They received huge amounts of blood money directly from the Saudi royal family in a desperate attempt at rehabilitating their image. Sure, we may have slaves and chop people's heads off for witchcraft, but we like comedy too. How relatable. That was the message, and these amoral hack comedians made it possible. Many good comedians were there: Bill Burr, Louis C.K., Dave Chappelle, Jim Jeffries, and many others. Many of these comedians have criticized billionaires in the USA, and now they are eagerly taking money from trillionaire dictators who make the elites of the USA look like kind, reasonable people. These are the same people who had a journalist butchered for criticizing them. They are evil. Being paid to help them rehabilitate their image is inexcusable. Of course, the comedians were prohibited from joking about religion or the regime. So much for comedians being guardians of free speech, or whatever self-aggrandizing crap they have been repeating for decades. They did not hesitate for a second when offered money by one of the most authoritarian regimes on the planet. A regime that hacks people's heads off for the most minuscule offences. Many of these comedians are people who have criticised Israel. Most of them would certainly never dare to be seen doing a comedy show in Israel. Saudi Arabia in many ways is even worse than Israel. Not only did they commit crimes very similar to those of Israel in Yemen, they ruthlessly bombed the country and engineered a famine, killing masses of people. The Saudi leadership is even worse because they also treat their own people like garbage. Their abuses are not limited to their poor neighbours. They execute people for witchcraft, they execute people for atheism, they execute people for the most minute criticism of the regime. They rely heavily on foreign workers who are effectively enslaved. The people who run Saudi Arabia and funded this comedy show are savage barbarians. The comedians involved in this whole thing are devoid of credibility. They should hang their heads in shame. There is nothing funny about being paid to rehabilitate the image of these murderous thugs.